No, I'm not. I'm going to take my. Hi, Barbara. I'm. You already have a thumbs up. Oh, good. Yay.
Well, thank you, both of
Oh,
you, Barbara and whoever else it was.
I'm going to take
It's
my
funny
two.
because it's not even show. Oh, there we go. It's not even showing that I have any viewers. So
Oh, um,
I guess it's behind.
yeah, must be. I'm going to take my 2 o'clock medicines and be so that I don't forget them and have it be 2:30 and not remember. And
Uh,
oh my word, is that thing taste terrible? Oh, it is so hard. Hi, she spins. Now, did we get?
I don't know. I don't have her written down. Do we have a real name for you? She spins. I feel like we've seen you before, but I don't have it written down.
I know we've seen her before. And welcome, welcome. And no, I don't. And Jeffrey got his computer back. He's been able to get to all of his files, so I should be able to get him to get this done. Hi, Karen
Oh,
Sue
hi, Karen.
and
If
Barbara,
you
and
if
she's
you'll give us your name, Juanita. I'm gonna
Juanita.
write it
Okay.
down.
Well, yeah. Like I said, I will see about getting him to do this for me maybe this evening.
Well, tell him that I would appreciate it as well.
Well, what I'll do is I'll send you my list once he gets it done, and if there's anything that you have on your list that is not on here, if you'll send it back to me, I'll get him
That's
to
a good
add it,
idea.
and we'll have
Yeah,
one complete list.
that works. And we'll need leave some spaces between them to add other people in.
Oh, he's got it in a spreadsheet, so
Oh, good.
he can just and he didn't alphabetize it, but I think he's going to have to because I'm having more trouble every day finding people on it.
Yeah, well, I
Oh,
wouldn't. I would have a hard time if they weren't alphabetized. Of course, I've got some tucked in between, and I ran out of spaces, so they're moving down. So
oh,
they're not
mine are all
completely
over the
alphabetized, but
side and they're up and down and it's like okay. You know, yeah, they
yep,
saved his
yep.
computer and it didn't cost us near as much as we were afraid. So
Oh, good. Well,
yeah.
they still haven't figured out what's wrong with Darren's van.
Oh no, really?
They they thought it was just a hose that was bad, and they replaced that hose. And as soon as they started up the car, the hose blew off.
Oh no.
And so they said they would call me this morning as soon as they'd figured it out. Well, I still haven't got a phone call from them, so they still don't know, I guess.
Hello, Holly.
Hi, Holly. We're glad you're here.
I decided that this is not making me happy as a pocket, so I'm going to make it a tag.
That
So
sounds good.
that's my plan. And what I'm going to do is make some of this stuff my tag top.
That works.
This
Well, I'm just going to
horn.
be adding a few little more decorations because mine's mostly finished. I need to add the tops of my tags too, but
Yeah.
um
Well, this is almost. I'm almost there. Um, let's see. We got to put something over those. Yeah, Barbara. If we don't alphabetize, we just kind of can't keep it together here.
'cause there's a lot of people on that list, and we're glad. We like
Yeah.
that there's a lot of people who come to watch, and we like knowing their names. So we're glad it's a big list, but it is a big list.
Okay. I did not clean up in between, so now everything is in a disaster because I had to shove it all out of the way to take pictures for my show. So I don't know where anything is.
Well, I shoved everything out of the way to make my same Six Wednesday video. So I just moved all of that stuff. I mean, I just stuck it in a bin. Thankfully, I had a bin available.
Uh-huh. Yes, Barbara, and I mean I have several of the bead makers that are in California, and I can't imagine. Um, the only time I've been close enough to a fire like that, we were in Alaska, and in Alaska, there's not very many. You think of Alaska, and you think, oh, it's filled with trees and these forests. Well, Alaska does not have forests. It's really odd, but its forests have these little tiny trees, and they're few and far between. So it was a fire, but it was nothing like this. Nothing like the pictures you see of California and Oregon and places like that.
Colorado.
Yeah, Colorado. And
Yeah.
boy, did you get through Raton just in time, didn't you?
Yeah.
Because we've been hearing that there are people just stuck everywhere, that didn't come down out of the mountain before that snowstorm hit.
Yeah. We came home just in time. I was somebody put a comment on one of my videos. I can't remember who it was, but she said something about, did I see any fires? Because it really had, the air quality had been okay. And then she said, she came back and said, "Oh, I spoke too soon. We have ash everywhere now."
Hmm.
And then there's the snow. So,
Yeah, yeah.
uh, so
So
we got there and we had a great trip and we came home and I'm glad we went when we did.
yeah, Holly, I can't imagine what it must be like in California and Oregon and anywhere there right now. Okay, I'll put that on so that it. Okay. My sister got to her cabin in Estes Park just as the snow was starting to fall. Well, that is a good thing, Barbara. Because of the RV, Jeff is on a lot of Tiffin forums. That's the brand of RV we have. And some guy had to move his rig in the middle of the night because he had parked under trees and the weight of the snow was bringing the trees down. And they couldn't bring the slides in because there was so much snow on the slides and on the slide awnings that he couldn't bring the slides in. So he had to move that rig with the slides out. Now that
Oh
means
my
that
goodness.
it's like three times, at least twice as wide as normal. And he had to move because he said the trees were coming down and hitting him. So, it's like, oh my goodness.
Well, I thought it was weird, that we got the kind of cold front that we've got, but snow in September, that's just that's just weird.
Well, a couple years before we left South Dakota, and of course it's early in September, but we had a snowstorm October 4th. They got like 24 inches in 24 hours. And
Wow.
oh yeah, the devastation to the livestock and things like that was just unreal. The ranchers lost hundreds of thousands of cattle. That's just how
Mm,
bad it was because they were still in summer pasture on October 4th.
yeah.
Yeah, Barbara, that and it makes I'm sure that for anyone that has any kind of breathing issues, that has just got to be horrible. So, okay, so I really think that one came out cute. That's gonna make me happy. But now I need a pocket back here to put it in, and I just didn't like anything I had. Maybe that I should just use that as the pocket. Would be okay. And it would make me a lot happier.
But we want you happier.
Oh yes, yes, you have to keep me happy. I was gonna say,
Happy's important.
yeah. Hi, Nasha. Well, that was the thing. It's like the other day I was like, I was playing with this and playing with this, and I just did not like it as its pocket. It's just was not making me happy. And as a pocket, it was not going to be good when I went to attach it to the other page. That because of this fiber on here, I'm afraid that um, a sweet oceany smell, no smell of smoke, but the smoke is so high that it's blocking the sun. That is wild. Oh, Lisa, you'll have to go see what Jeff is building me today.
Oh, what? You have
It's
pictures of it in Facebook or?
yeah, I put it on my Facebook page.
Okay,
Um,
well, I've got on there just in time to give you uh, a link to come here. So
okay. Hi,
I'll
Nancy.
go look later.
Okay. Um, I'm going to round the corners on this just because it just seems like it should be. Uh, he's building me planting towers today. He said he didn't quite get finished, and we may not. He's using those bird seed bags because of the strength of the plastic for the
Yeah.
insides of it, and he doesn't think he has enough to do the second one. So, and it's not imperative that I get them both, right this instant. So, um, I'll be happy that he's got one done because I just realized I can actually put my green beans in still. They're 60 days, and my plant guide says that they can go in September,
Oh,
August and
good.
September. So that is if I can find seed. So, which I think I did find some earlier. I didn't go ahead and order them, but I think I can get them. Elbow bump, elbow bump. Yep. Uh-huh. And the birds are there. Oh, that's good. Okay. So if I put this in like that, that will make me happy. Okay. Yes, yes. Okay. She must be working. She's not talking at all.
Sorry.
No reason to be sorry. I'm like, okay, she must really be working. She's concentrating. Uh-huh.
Oh, well, it's a I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay.
Hi,
Hi,
Nina.
Nina.
Glad you're here. A mug of tea. A mug of teas is good.
But what I was going to tell you about the RV thing and the snow is that one of these guys, they had pictures. They decided to go up one of the mountain passes. What did he say? Barefoot Pass with a great big RV. First off, he couldn't get up the pass. Now he's going to have to sit up there on the top till it melts because he can't come back down.
Oh my goodness. When we were driving up to Bear Lake, it was, one of these. and,
Oh yeah, uh-huh.
and there were RVs coming down that thing. And every time they did, I was like, okay, am I going to get pushed off the road? Are we going to make it? And Hannah said, I would not want to drive an RV up this thing. I was like, nope, me either.
It's not the RV that's the problem. It's towing the Jeep behind you.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
that's when it gets um a little more dicey to me. Um
Did you have trouble going the curves?
yeah, yeah, because well, and you don't really have trouble going a curve, but if it gets narrow and tight, if the curves get tight, you're towing that vehicle behind you, and as you go around the corner, it doesn't always bend as well. So and you can't back up. When you've got a vehicle behind you, you cannot back up. It's not like having a trailer back there. Um, a car doesn't back up. They have to just keep going.
I ordered a little packet of French papers from Monahan Papers
Uh
at
huh.
monahanpapers.com,
Uh huh.
and I just got them, so I haven't even opened them yet. So I just thought I'd get them out and
Ooh,
look, and I
make
might.
it okay. Make a make you bigger so we can see them.
They're definitely going to be precious, so I have to use them.
They're
If I
French.
don't, they'll just sit just like this.
Uh huh. They're French. You said.
Uh huh. This says 1929. Um, I don't know what kind of papers they are. I just thought it was a cool little pack of papers for $5. Okay, let's see. Declaration de la Société Cooperative, something 1929. And they have, writing on them for people
Mm-hmm.
fielding in the blanks or whatever.
Yeah.
1926, 1924.
Hmm.
Of course, I don't read French, so I don't know what they are. But they've got somebody's signature. It has something to do with alcohol and how many liters. Anyway, they all look like they're the same kind of thing, just anyway, I just thought they were
They're
old
cute. They're pretty.
and they're pretty. So,
Yeah.
oh, there's more. I didn't realize there's more down here. These are all basically the same thing, and then here's something else. Huh. I don't know what they are.
Well, especially since how you can. If you're like me, I can't read French.
Nope, I can't.
So
And that's okay. It's just the old prettiness of it
I was
that's
going
what
to
makes
say
it kind of fun.
the fact that it was just beautiful paper.
So, anyway, I don't usually do things like that, but I just it was so prettily packaged.
I was going to say it just made you happy, and that's all that
It
matters.
did. It
That's all
made
that
me
matters. It
happy.
made you happy.
So I'm gonna take this piece, I think. Well, maybe that one. And
And do something with it.
put it on this tag here. I may use some of it on another tag. I'll leave it sitting out. Um, but here's her card. Says Monahan Papers, exclusive artwork by Stephanie Monahan. So, if you can't say something nice, say it in French.
Oh, well, now that's interesting. Uh huh. Okay.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, it is kind of funny. Oh, that's not going to work. Shoot. Well, shoot.
What happened? Oh, let me get back. I forgot we were
Oh
just
no,
on.
that's all right. Well, I was making this piece to put on. See, this is so small. This one that in other pages I have put something across. Like this page is attached here, but this page will be attached actually to this one in this
Right.
bottom
Yeah.
spot. Okay, it won't be attached, but except at the bottom spot with that. But um, I was going to put this across the bottom. Well, that doesn't work because the silly thing is too fat. So I can put it in the middle, I guess. I can just, maybe I'll just put it, just one of them, just like that.
Hi, Linda. We're glad you're here.
Hi, dear. You got off early, I'm guessing. Really raining. Ooh, it's too bad you can't send some of that to Oregon and California and all those other places.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the other option is to cut it thinner, which I can do. Ay, 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 ay,
Hi, hi, hi.
I just wasted my little scrap of paper. You know, it's just bad when you waste it, right?
Yep.
Okay, well now it works. So okay. Yeah, they were really cool papers. So
Um, and we've decided for sure what we're going to do for
oh yeah,
October, November, right?
yeah.
Okay. Well, I was just going to tell them that I'm going to try to put up a video early so they can start looking for a book that might be appropriate or pictures or whatever.
Or get in their mind some ideas while we're
Yeah.
discussing it or whatever.
So I'll try to do that in the next week or so. Um,
Linda, it is better today. I was telling Lisa that the lump on the side of my face is going down. It is still sore and it still hurts, and I cannot chew on either side of my face anymore. But the the egg I had that was on my jaw is it's down to a grape. That's the best I can explain it.
well,
But
that's quite a significant change. That's
that's
good.
yeah, it's a significant change. It's still very sore, but at the same time, it's way better. So uh,
Hi, Deborah. We're glad you're here.
and next Wednesday he's supposed to take care of it. As long as the infection is down, where he can do it without worrying.
Yeah. Well, you don't
Okay.
want it spreading around. So,
No, that's the problem. So, okay. So, that's what I want to do. So, I'm going to put this like that.
okay. I like that.
Thanks, Linda. Hi, Deborah. Hey, guys, if we've missed anybody, I'm sorry. But hello, we're glad you're here.
Yes, we are.
Okay. All right, so that one is going to go like that. But then it is going to have something on the top of it. So, we're going to make another little piece.
Are you decorating all your little tags that go in the tags in the pockets or just I've got like all of
Mm,
these that I haven't decided if I want to decorate them or not.
Well, they're not decorated. See, this one is pretty paper, and I did put hole supports on most of them. Um, this one's pretty paper. I didn't decorate those, and I'm not going to decorate them any more than they are already. Um, I think there's some of them I might have decorated. Well, I put little butterflies on this one.
Yeah.
So sometimes I did and sometimes I didn't, and that one's glued down. But this one
Trying
is
to decide
oh,
if I want to or not.
I just put some washi tape on this one.
Yeah. Well, these all are, I mean, they're decorative as they are.
Yeah.
Um,
Karen, she didn't say. She did say that we have made a decision about what we're doing, but it's really kind of a little hard to explain without some pictures and stuff. So she's going to do soon, not tomorrow, but soon. She's going to do a information, and we are figuring it will probably take us October and November to do it, just because of what it involves. We're just going to give ourselves those 2 months, but she's going to do infomercial, right? Is that
An
what we call it?
infomercial, yeah.
Yeah, she's going to do an infomercial so that y'all know what we're doing, so that you can be on the lookout for a book to work in, or to get a little bit of a plan.
And I don't know about Tanya, but I still don't have a specific book or plan in mind other than that it's something I've wanted to do for a long time.
Oh heavens, no, I don't have any kind of specifics because I was working last night, and so
And I just sprung it on her.
yeah. Um, so I barely looked at the stuff that Lisa sent me last night. So hi Andrea. Linda, our skies are warm pinkish gray. Karen Sue
Yeah,
is
we're
here.
glad
Hi,
you're here.
hi Karen Sue. Hi guys. If we missed anybody, hello, hello. Jeff is so happy that he got his computer back.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah. And not only that, they were able to put Windows 10 on it instead of Windows 8, which is a really big plus. Um, it makes a huge amount of difference as to what the computer will be able to do.
That's true. Plus, Windows 10 updates itself,
Yeah, yeah.
which is
And we didn't know this. We thought we were going to have to pay for that. And when the man went to do it, he said that the computer company, it's a Asus computer, it's a big gaming computer. My mom has one too because of her Bernina software. But he said that they have a deal, and so Jeff didn't have to pay for um, anything extra. It was already covered.
oh, that's good.
Yeah. So, all right. Am I going to be able to put this in here? Ooh, I am. I am. Okay, that will work.
When you've already got computer issues and you've got cars in the shop, you don't want to have to
Yeah,
pay extra for Windows 10.
yeah. It was like, ah. So, um, we the computer is more than enough to run 10 because 8 was a hog, honestly, and 10 functions so much better. But Jeff hadn't had
I
to
don't,
have it in the shop.
you don't have to have as much of 10 actually on your computer, which is
Right. That's
part of
it.
it.
Uh-huh. But he was able to find his office software, and
Okay, that's great.
he's been really, really pleased that they were able to do what they could do. And it cost us about half what we expected, so that was even better. So yeah, because when I get done at the endodontist office, I still have to go to the dentist again. They're gonna
Uh,
they're gonna have to redo my crown. So
just the gift that keeps on giving.
yes, it is, isn't it? I love that. I love looking at it that way. Yep, yep. Uh-huh.
Uh,
Oh, you're gonna miss Bessie's zoomies. Bessie's zoomies.
I don't know. I know nothing.
Lisa's making an infomercial. Yes, she's gonna make an infomercial. Okay, so I'm going to fold this one, I think, in
Oh,
half.
they're talking about Kitten Academy.
Yeah, it took me a minute, but I figured it out.
Yeah, well, it took
Uh,
my they had to actually say it for me to figure it out because I've never seen True Academy. So
well, I haven't seen it either. They've talked about it, but I haven't seen it. I'm so excited. I'm going to get to plant beans. Yes, maybe the beans will grow. The pumpkins, oh, the bugs just killed my pumpkins. The poor vine is all sad.
sorry.
So, I'm not going to get a single pumpkin. It's like all just droopy and really should be pulled out. But I didn't go out to work on the garden today. Hopefully, I'm going to go out tomorrow and work on it for a while because I got to tie the tomatoes up and stuff. So,
Yeah.
you need specifics, yes, because Sherry's here. Hi, Sherry. Because you never know. I don't always understand what y'all are talking about. Okay.
Sometimes I get worried it's somebody in your family, and then I find out it's a kitten academy. not that not that I don't want to be sensitive about it, but there is a different level of concern.
Yes, yes, uh-huh. Yep, yep. Okay. Okay. I could make a ticket into a tag by putting a little tie on it too. I'll bet. I could. I could.
Andrea says we don't always understand what we're talking about. Okay, good. Well, I feel
Uh,
better then.
if that's the case, then we're okay. We're going to get through this. Uh-huh. All right. Let's see here now. Okay. So I got to put this one on there. Yep. Okay. But I got to have glue. We're going to put it right at the bottom. How much overhang do you have? There we go. Oops. Don't be crooked. Don't be crooked. No crooked. We cannot have crooked. Uh-uh. No.
Uh-oh. Nope.
No crooked. No crooked. Uh-uh. And this one goes on the top. Okay.
Okay.
It is so strange to hear that um, air brake sound in the middle of the afternoon anymore. The kids across the street had to move back in with their grandmother and grandfather, so the school bus now is stopping, and I heard it this morning, and I was like, "What in the world is that sound?" And then I realized it was the school bus, and then oops, come on now. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, I forgot to ink the back. Monica, Morticia is pulling magnets off her refrigerator.
Must be a cat.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I can't remember what I was. It must have been on Facebook last night or something. Um, but I went to go past it, and it's like my cat at 2 o'clock in the morning, and there was this guy dressed all in black with cat ears on his head, and whiskers. And he's running around the house, knocking over empty water bottles on the counter, and knocking the shampoo bottles off the edge of the tub, and just whatever he could do to keep his owner awake because that's what cats do in the middle of the night. And
Right.
he's like, oh, okay. It was kind of funny. I did stop to watch it because it was very true. Okay. All right. Yep. That's gonna work. I think. We'll hope so. Okay. So we're gonna put
I'm
that.
thinking I need um just some single small words.
Single small words, huh?
Yeah, I'm
All
sure I
right.
have some somewhere.
All right. Let's see if I can get this one on without making myself irritable. Okay. Because it's not going real easy. Come on. Behave yourself. Where are you? All right. Oh, no. You're crooked. You're not supposed to be crooked. This thing is too fast. Okay. Okay. Ah, no.
You can be all right.
Yes, but it's not going together very well. Right here. This is the last page, and I that is one of the problems with putting it together after you decorate it.
Yeah.
So we are going to put it underneath the my paint tray over here until it gets dry for a minute. If I can lift up the paint tray, I don't have as much strength as I need. Oh. And of course, things went on the floor. Okay, that should dry okay, I think. Should should Tanya be groaning from putting on a page? Uh, well, that's true, Andrea. They do test gravity all the time. I groan a lot these days, though. Uh-huh. Okay. I think that's going to be the way it is. Maybe not. Maybe it needs a little something. That may be too big of a something, but that was, maybe that one. Oh, I like that one better. Maybe. It just needs some. But I think we're going to cut it out. You're all right, huh? Okay. We think we're going to cut it out, not tear it. I think it needs to be cut out for some reason. Okay.
That's true, Holly. Our brain says we're young, but our bodies don't.
Yeah. Hmm. It took me forever to put dinner in the crock pot this morning, and it's like I was so hot and I was so tired. I had to come sit down. I was like, oh, I'm worn out. All I did was cut up vegetables. Vegetables, not vegetables.
Vegetables.
Vegetables, yes. What really got me was trying to cut up the silly chicken, though. It wasn't quite thought out enough. Chicken cuts up easier if it's actually partially frozen. So I tend to leave it, and it just really didn't thaw out very well. Okay. Yeah, I like that.
Andrew says, "You guys remember when you were young and thought that when you got to this age you'd have it all figured out? That was an
Hmm.
even bigger joke."
Yep, I agree. Absolutely. That was one, and it was a bad joke. A bad joke. Yep.
I remember when I turned 22,
Hmm.
I felt like I was behind because I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. Oh dear.
Well, and turning 20 just about killed me. I don't know what it was. I mean, I had been fine, and turning 21 and turning 30, none of those, 40, none of those bothered me. But turning 20 just bothered the heck out of me. I can remember it, something fierce.
Yeah. Well,
So,
22 was the one that bothered me.
hmm,
Since then, I haven't worried about it. But that was when I thought I should have had it all figured out, and I
figured
didn't.
out. Yeah, I think my son is feeling that way, but he turned 30. I love Holly's comment. 13 in her mind, 70 in her body, and 54 in age.
Welcome to the club, Holly. I can remember I was having this conversation with my grandmother when I was, and I'm trying to remember which birthday it was.
Hold on one second. Deb asks
Go
a
ahead.
question, and I'm not sure who she's asking a question of, dear. So, Deb, if you'll tell us who you're asking that of, we'll answer you. Hi, Deb, though. Hi, Deb, and hi, Janet. And
Hi, Deb. Hi, Janet. We're glad you're
I'm
here.
wondering, Deb, if you're actually behind too. Make sure you find that little live stream button and make sure it's red. Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. I just was telling my grandmother, and I think it was that 22nd birthday
Uh huh.
that I didn't feel like I was any older than I did when I was 18, but I felt like I was supposed to kind of have it together a little better. And she just laughed at me and she said, "Honey, I'm I'm 81 and I still feel 18 inside."
Oh yes. Uh huh. Yes.
She
Jeff's
said, "I
dad
look in
said
the
that.
mirror and I go, really? This
Yes.
is who
Okay. Who is that person? Now, as far as the gray hair goes, I've had this gray hair so long that it does not affect me. But I look in there, and there's like these little saggy places on my face, and I'm going, oh, why, what, oh, why is it like that? Is there something wrong with the light in here?
am? Where did that come from?"
Uh-huh. Well, Deb, we're glad to hear you, have you, and like I said, if you'll tell us who the question was for, we'll try and find out the answer. Okay. All right. This is too long, so we're gonna do three tags. I think we'll make three tags out of it. We're gonna make these into little tags, all of their own. Yes, yes. Uh-huh.
I love your little
Yep.
tags. That'll be cute.
Uh-huh. I love tiny tags. I think the tiny tags are just getting to be the thing. We really should have done. Oh, Deb, she's watching one channel on YouTube and watching the chat on this channel. Oh my goodness. I don't know how you do that. I can't do those things.
Me either. I can barely focus when I'm on. Everything's on one.
Right. Uh-huh.
She's keeping her mind nimble.
There you go. Now I know my son can do that, but I can't. Oh, that's pretty. What is that?
That
That
is
looks like a page.
out of a book. It's out of, let me find it. This book here.
Yes, that book. I've got that book in on my list of books to
Yeah, one of the
Maybe,
things I love
maybe.
about it is it's got the pages are marked what the predominant color is in the flower.
Uh-huh. But not only that, the flower, the pictures are on one side and it's print on the other side, so you
Yes.
don't lose so much. So many of the
You,
books I have, you lose so much when you
yeah, you have to make choices. I don't like to, it's enough of a choice to figure out what part of this I want to use. But if I had to figure out what over here too,
yeah.
that's a lot.
Yep, yep, I agree.
Linda
Okay.
says, Holly, I may be 63, but I act 25. There you go.
Well, there you go. That's,
Maybe that's the key.
oh, Karen, yes, I would think so. Hi, Candy. All right, so those are tags now. And then I'm going to make this into a tag. Oh, that's just going to be way too small. We're going to make it a bigger crunch there. Hi, Susan.
Hi, Susan. We're
Su-
glad you're here.
that came out funny. It's supposed to be Susan, but it came out Suzanne, and that's not what I meant. Barbara's putting a bowl of cereal together without triggering her shoulder. Yes, dear. I I really think we should not have jelly plated that day, at least not as long as we did. I was worried about her wrist, but I think she overdid her shoulder.
Well, that's easy to do jelly plating because you're having so much fun, you ignore the pain
Mm-hmm.
and you let it go on longer than you should.
Well, and I
I've
don't know
done
how
that
you
many
stand up to
times.
do that. I would just be, I'd be, falling over by the time we
Well, I
did
either stand up or I have to get up and down, up and down, up and down,
it. Mm-hmm.
and I don't know which one's worse. I do both, but
Barbara, I hope that helps. I really hope that helps a lot because I think that will be a good thing. All right, so let's see here. First, we're gonna do that.
okay.
And this. All right, now I think we're gonna make, come here. Okay.
Hmm.
We're gonna make our hole reinforcers out of this ticket, at least for the two little tags. Okay.
Oh, here we go. I found this at the thrift store a while back.
Ooh. Mhm.
Anyway, it's vellum paper. Anyway, when we do our first jelly plating thing, I'm going to try and see if I can jelly plate on
Oh.
this or if it'll roll up into a tube when I do.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, I was just thinking about jelly plating. That reminded me I wanted to figure out where I stuck this so I could. Anyway, it looks like a pretty full pad,
That's
but
cool.
I thought it would be, if I didn't have, if the whole page wasn't covered, it would still be cool. So,
Mhm. Yeah. Well, when Barbara and I were jelly plating the last time, um, I stuck a book page to my jelly plate. Boy, it did not want to come off. It was a mess. It was an old book page.
oh
Just
yes,
just made a big old mess. I was not happy. Okay.
sometimes when that happens, you have to just soak the jelly plate
I
in the
I
sink.
had to spray it with water and then used a baby wipe to get it off, but it did come off. But oh, Holly, I feel that way totally. Like the last 2 months has just been completely like that. It's it's ridiculous.
This looks like a shirt and tie. Oh, well, it kind of does, doesn't it?
Oh, it's
Looks
kind
like
of
a shirt
cute.
and
Yeah. Uh-huh.
tie. Hmm. Well, I
Oh,
had planned on cutting this part off, and I'll probably have to because I don't think it'll fit in my book where I had it otherwise. But that is a funny image. Hi, Candy. I don't know if I said hi to you or if you came in while I was coughing and then I forgot to say hi, but I'm glad you're here.
I can't remember. Oh, I guess I have been inking the back edge of my tags, kind of grunging them up a little.
Yeah, I've been doing that too. And I was just thinking, well, I say that, but there's probably some of them I missed.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, can you get through an entire project and not miss something?
No, not me.
I'm so
Somebody
glad,
might
Andrea.
can, but
I can't. But Andrea has solemnly sworn not to pick her nose. So
oh, good.
yeah. Uh-huh. So what is everybody else going to have for dinner tonight? We are having chicken curry.
That sounds
Jeff
good.
Jeff thought we were having leftovers because I fixed pork chops and vegetables last night and fried potatoes with onions in them.
Oh, I haven't had that in so long. I love that.
Oh, it's one of my favorite ways. And we went to the store last week somewhere along the line, and they had potatoes, buy one sack, get one sack free. So, and I needed potatoes. So, because I don't use potatoes often, but I do use them. So, I've made fried potatoes and onions twice because we have had extra potatoes. But that's my favorite. I could eat those. Yeah, I can honestly eat too many of those, which is not a good thing. But
Oh, I could too. That's one reason we don't have potatoes at our house. I mean, rarely. Once in a while I do, but it's very rare, and it's because I'll just eat them.
um, yeah, me too. Just eat them. Julie and hi Terry. Julie can't stay very long. My husband wants sausage and peppers. I'm not sure what you. Oh, you don't eat sausage and peppers. I fix sausage and peppers quite often. Um, but Deb, curry is it can be kind of spicy. It's curry powder depends on where you get it has cinnamon in it, so it's a spicy dish. But it's kind of a sweet and spicy thing. Um, Most curries have, and I mine will be spicy, but not horrible. Uh, but it's got. Let's see. I'll tell you what's in it, and that way you can sort of understand the taste. There are sweet potatoes and carrots, potatoes and onions, um, garlic, of course, um, chicken, sweet potatoes, carrots. I put mushrooms in this one because now I don't always put mushrooms in it, um, but I had mushrooms that needed to be used, and so I put the mushrooms in it because it will be fine. Um, Jeff and I like it the way they serve it in restaurants, so that means that it'll be kind of soupy. So besides those vegetables, it then has mandarin oranges and pineapple because I didn't have any mango. If I have mangoes, then I put mango in it. But the I can buy cans of this stuff. So, and then a can of coconut milk. So you and then the curry powder, which I put a fair amount in. It's not like chili. It's a totally different kind of spice. Oh, and I had a red pepper, and so there's red pepper in this one because I had one. That's the kind of if that's curry is, and there are different curries. There are red curries and there are yellow curries, and red curry is red curry more spicy? Let me think. I can't remember which one that Jeffrey orders, but whatever Jeffrey orders, I order the other one. Hi, Linda. Nice to have you. Yeah, curry has its own mix. Kind of hard how it tastes. It's kind of a sweet and spicy thing is what we usually do. And it depends. If I don't have potatoes, I don't put potatoes in it. If I don't have sweet potatoes, I don't put sweet potatoes in it. But I had all those things this time, so that's what's in it.
I have never made curry. My sister makes it quite often, but I've never made it. And I've
Um,
never had hers.
I make it fairly often just because we like it, and I kind of make it based on whatever's in the fridge.
Yeah.
It'll have more carrots in it. If I don't have sweet potatoes, it has more carrots in it because I always have carrots. Um,
And the blend of spices, I mean, I
yeah,
know certain restaurants and certain people make their own blends of curry spices.
right.
So
Now,
that's not even always the same. So if you like it one place, that doesn't mean you'll like it everywhere else. And if you don't like it one place, that doesn't mean you won't like it somewhere else.
that's right. That's right. And the okay, McCormick makes this little tiny jar, smaller than this. It's about this big. Okay, my recipe calls for 1.5 of those jars, plus cardamom, plus cardamom. So these jars, are not cheap. They're kind of spicy, and so I was in the Oriental store with Brandon one day, and I got a mayonnaise sized jar of curry powder. Right? I mean, this jar is the size of a mayonnaise jar, and it was the same price as one of these little dinky things, right?
Wow.
First time I used it, I thought, okay, well, surely it's not as spicy because it's such a huge thing. I didn't read the bottle very well. So I put my normal amount in there, and then I finally had to add and cook and um oh, awesome, Candy. I'm so glad. Um but I have learned that I don't put any cardamom in, and I really have cut the amount of curry powder because that mayonnaise jar of curry powder is way spicier, but it's very, very good curry powder. It really is very good.
Okay, that didn't
Well,
work.
that's awesome, Deb. Um, the biggest problem is that it's just like Thai tea, Thai Thia tea.
AI,
Right?
I think.
Yeah, the drink. Okay, there's a couple of restaurants we've been to that kind of tea is just the most amazing, delicious stuff. It's milky and oh, it's so good. Well, then you go in another restaurant and it's totally different, and it's like, yeah, I don't like this stuff. So used to be when we went to Madison, Wisconsin. We always went to this one Thai restaurant. It was the dinkiest little thing in the middle of a strip mall. It was such good food. and we would pile in there after the bead show, and there would be 20 of us go all at the same time, and it took a while to get our food, but THAI. Thank you, Deb. I don't drink tea that's been a dog. This is really that was really good tea. Shrimp curry, and see, I don't like shrimp curry, Candy, because partially because I don't like shrimp in stuff. I'm not a really good. Uh, I'm a really poor person to live on the ocean because it's just not me. I just don't like. I don't like seafood.
Yeah,
It's
I have to have my shrimp fried, and that's
yeah.
about the only seafood I like is fried
Um,
shrimp.
I like the little tiny baby shrimp in
Yeah.
that's cooked in garlic butter. But
Well,
you
I
know,
haven't tried it cooked in garlic butter. This is Candy. This is a coupon book from Melmar Foods from Raton, New Mexico. I got this on my trip at an antique store right outside of Clayton, New
oh,
Mexico. It's from the 1950s. And this
see,
one's actually issued from a certain food store. I got the second one that just says coupons, but it's not from any specific store. And the antique dealer said they were from the 50s. Now I don't know. I haven't looked them up. I'm not sure. If maybe you're at the counter and they take one of these out and give it to you for next time, or I'm not sure how they used them, but they're cute. So I'm sticking it on here
shoot.
along with my little Cupid from the Edith Holden book. Can't let anything go to waste.
No, no, that didn't work.
Are you
This
okay?
didn't go to yeah, it didn't go together right. I'm not happy. I'm grumpy, which
Uh
is
oh,
not
she's grumpy.
anything unusual. It's not anything unusual. I'm always grumpy. I'm whiny and grumpy and
I
but
had this piece of leather that I chopped off of my journal cover that I
Mhm.
got at the thrift store, and that I made a journal to go in for my trip.
Oh, how cute.
But the string was too long, so I have some strings that I cut off of it. So I was trying to figure out how to use one on there, and that turned out to be about the only way it'll work. So
Bye, Julie. Have a good day at work. Okay, so that's not going to go on there.
bye
Let's
bye,
try this
Julie.
one. This one. Okay, there we go. Maybe that will work. Okay. All right, we got to have a couple of tiny itty bitty little tags. I got two tags for this pocket to go right there like that. Okay, but then, and these two tags can go in this pocket like that. But I got the little pocket right there. This got to have something. It's just got to have something.
Something.
Yep, something.
I'm gonna use this one here. Wonder.
Wonder. Okay. 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 Andrew said hi, Kitty. So I don't.
Crafty Kitty is Joy.
Oh, okay. Hi, Joy. I didn't see
We're
her come
glad you're
in.
here, Joy. Sorry we didn't see you.
Thank
Okay,
you,
well, I figured
Susan.
out another way to use that leather. I just tied it on with a piece of string.
Oh, that's awesome. Cute, cute, cute. Okay. Um, just because I'm going to put uh, letters on these little tickets. I'm just going to use the first two letters of this word.
Just because is a very
Just
valid reason.
because. Yep. Just because I think
It be cute.
it'd be cute. Yep, it'd be cute. That's why I think it's gonna be cute. So I'm gonna put a letter on each one of them. Susan, these have been an awful lot of fun to work on. That much I will tell you. They have been a lot of fun to work on. They've been a little time consuming, but they're
Hi, Sharon. We're glad you're here.
okay.
Hi, Susan. I think I've said hi to you, but just in case I'm wrong, hi.
Well, honestly, I can't remember anymore. So okay. So
Well, I think sometimes I'm waiting, you're talking or I'm in the middle of saying something.
and that's
And
what happened. Mhm.
yeah, I think, oh, I'm going to say hi to her in just a second. And then I can't remember if I actually did or if I just planned to.
Right, and that's it. I'm in the same boat. It's called I forget. This is my itty bitty little hole punch. That punches a little tiny hole. See how tiny, tiny,
Thank you,
tiny.
Andrea.
Okay. Ink. We gotta have ink, 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 ink. That very last page did not go on there very well, but it'll survive. I kind of had to pull it off and start again, but putting it under the weight didn't even help it.
Well, I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's all right. You're gonna have yours all done, and I haven't even started putting the fibers in my tags.
Well, that's all right. I'm
That's
just
all right.
keeping
You know
on
what's
finding
gonna
stuff
happen?
to add. So,
Yeah, there you go. That's the problem. Is this that I keep adding stuff.
yeah,
Well, there's little stuff over here in this pile that I really should use for something. I need to make a journal that's all the little odds and ends, from all the little projects. And when you have a project that's finished, like this one, and I have all the stuffs left over, I need
yeah.
to make pages just in one journal. Oh, thank you, Andrea. Yes, we can use your thumbs, guys. Um, make a journal that's got whatever pages I do is all the stuffs that's left over, instead
Yeah.
of ending up putting it in a box somewhere. Because that look at here what this okay, this is going to be a no. I didn't realize it till it was onion to start with, but now it's a no. Hmm. Hmm. Yep, yep. So, are we finished with this book? No.
No.
Food and drink run. Yep. Your groceries aren't due till 4. That just yeah. I don't. Jeffrey asked me today if I had anything else coming because we've been kind of trying to keep track of packages, and I'm like, no. And then I said, oh, yes, there is, because I ordered a book over the weekend. So um, it was on sale. It's a book I wanted, and I've been wanting, and it was on sale. So when it's on sale, you gotta just go ahead and get it.
Yeah.
Like I really needed another book. But Okay, so
I'm going to put some of this French paper on here,
oh, how cute that's going
and
to
then I'm
look.
going to put a napkin on top of it.
Ooh.
So,
Yeah, see, like I have pieces of napkin left over from the napkin journal.
yeah.
Okay, it's like, I may not jelly plate later in the month. I may do that. I may find something I want to do and make pages with all the stuffs I got left over. I just might do that.
Well, that's probably what I need to do instead of jelly plating because I need to be getting rid of stuff instead of making more stuff.
Disappearing. Barb's going to disappear. Okay, hon, I just hope it helps. I just so hope it helps.
I do too. I do too.
Sharon, I don't think I said hello to you, but okay. Deb's craft room is downstairs in the dungeon. That's why she's got to go to the dungeon.
Well, I wondered when she said she was going to the dungeon.
Yeah, I,
I was
I
like,
figured
hmm.
maybe that was it, but I didn't, say anything. So. Okay, so this one I think we might put elsewhere. I think this one is enough on the back page. Okay, and then my little no is gonna go right there. Okay, so oh, I didn't do anything to the back cover.
Uh-oh.
Oh dear. Well, I'll have to think about that. But I do remember that oh yeah, here's where I didn't have something, so I can put that right there. Okay. So that means I have to do something to the back cover. And I was thinking about what I want to do about a closure. And I saw somebody that had done a closure, Lisa, where it was like a paper band and it was decorated and whatnot, and then you just slid it off the bottom or
Yeah,
off the top. And I'm thinking I might do something like that. And
that
I'm
sounds good.
thinking that I might do something. I don't know. I don't. I have to think about it.
Hmm, hmm.
Okay, so I gotta have something for the back. So I guess maybe I will do some kind of little collage back there. Here's some pretty paper. Okay, and here's some little this kind of paper. Okay. Andrea, they just teased us. That's why. Oh, yes. Um, we made decisions about it, Andrea, but we just. Oh, and Deb just asked. Yes, we figured it out, Deb. We know what we're going to do, but it's kind of hard to explain. So Lisa's going to do an infomercial, and I don't know if everybody, but oh, there you go. Your focus just went way out.
Oh, really?
But it's back now. I mean, it was
Huh.
just like totally out of focus, and then it's back. But
That's interesting.
we're just being messed with. That's right, Andrea. That's what we're doing. We're just
Hmm.
excuse me. Okay.
I guess we could tell them what it is, but I don't know if
Yeah,
it helps. be.
Yeah, you could tell them. Go ahead and tell them. I guess that's, it's not like
Okay,
we're trying to hide it. It's just that we're trying to, we want to be able to explain it.
we're gonna
So,
do a. It's an altered book, but it's
hmm
called a carved book. But there are many ways to do it. Some way more intricate than others. And since this, neither one of us have ever done one of these, and it's really hard to find any information on how to actually do it. Mostly, you just see pictures of what people have done. So, I'm looking for some videos. I found a few videos um, that I'm gonna um, put links to in my infomercial,
infomercial.
and that hopefully will help you get some ideas. But it's one of those things where you can do it so many ways that basically Tanya and I are just going to do whatever way we're in the mood to do, and y'all can do it, a different way if you want to.
Yeah,
But
because I honestly, we made the decision. This is what we're going to do, but I don't have a clue what I'm going to do yet. Okay.
I just don't want to do one. That's
Um, that's why we were trying to. That's why we did it not with a niche so much as more that it's carved where the book is. We're take a book and sculpt the pages. Yes, kind of like that, Andrea. So that's why I said. That's why I said trying to explain it here. It's going to be much better when Lisa's going to pull some pictures and some videos and some things like that for the infomercial. And
I'm going to put together a Pinterest
yeah,
category and give you a link to that as well,
so that
just to
we
see what other
kind of.
people have done.
Hmm.
But it really is, what you do with it, and it depends not only on your idea of what you want, but what book you have to work with.
Yes, yes.
And
So
so
what book?
I'll have some books out where I show what I think I might would do if I was going to use that book,
Mhm.
and things like that for my infomercial, which is why I'm not doing it tomorrow, because I've
Yeah.
got to get that stuff all together. So, but it's what I'm thinking about is not one of the ones where you fold the paper and you make a puffy stand up book. It's a closed book where you're looking through it almost like a tunnel book, but not
Hmm.
exactly. Um,
Yeah.
anyway, the not exactly's are the reasons why why we're going to show you all that stuff in an infomercial.
Yeah. The not exactly, and because we don't know exactly what we're doing yet. Could you eat it? Oh, she must be talking to how. Oh, she was eating lunch. She was having a yogurt. Okay. Jeff is awful quiet. I wonder if he went to sleep in the chair.
Well, that would be good if he did.
Yeah, he got all dizzy while he was outside again today. His blood pressure keeps dropping in the middle of the day. It's just like I will be so glad when he gets done at the doctor's tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's getting too low in the middle of the day. So, okay. So, ink, ink. We got to have ink, ink, ink.
Ink, ink.
Yeah, ink. All right. Okay. Tanya didn't know what the heck I was on about. Oh, yeah, I have no idea what she was talking about. But Andrea, 90% of the time I have no idea what y'all are talking about. And that's just because, I really wasn't paying attention. Oh, that's pretty, Lisa.
You can see, the paper behind it, May
Mm-hmm.
1929, right there. Date 30th June 1929. So don't know what those are, but both dates are that far apart and they're like a month apart. So
Mm-hmm.
interesting.
I seriously doubt it, Andrea. That is not going to happen. Well, that's what happens when you're halfway across the country. Um, Plus, Holly, you don't have you guys don't do what do you call that? Daylight savings either, do you? Aren't you where you don't have daylight? You do not have daylight savings. Seems to me. Okay, we gotta kind of grunge this up a lot because it's way too white. There we go.
Deb says, I'm so happy today because I figured out a way to put closures on my travel journals. I tried several things and just wasn't happy with it, but now I figured it out and I'm very happy with it. Yay for you. Yay,
Yay!
Deb.
That's awesome.
That's a
It's
real
all.
struggle.
I was
Almost
gonna
every
say,
journal, it's a struggle.
yeah. I always have to think about it. It's like, and honestly, sometimes I think I should think about it ahead of time. Um, because if I wanted it to tie, but I don't like the strings in the way all the time, so that doesn't always work for me. So okay, that I'm liking that. Okay,
Holly says, nope, no daylight
yeah, no
savings time.
daylight savings time. That's what I thought. I thought that. Um, One of the people who um, I have to talk to every month about getting bead shows for that month. For we actually do them in advance. Like on the first we schedule November. So just saying. But poor Kirsten. I swear, every month that we do this, I have to message her and say, dear, it's after 12 o'clock Central Time. And she'll go, oh, again? It's like, okay. She didn't know, however, that you can schedule posts in the groups. You can actually schedule a post. So a couple times ago, she thought she had it all figured out. She says, yeah, it's scheduled for 12 Central. And I said, hun, it's 20 minutes after 12. And it's like, oh, I didn't work it right. And part of that is her not having, it's hard to figure out when you don't have the same kind of time.
When everybody else is, changing and you're staying the same.
Right. Yeah. It's like, okay. All right. Yep. Yep. Okay. I think I'm liking this. Okay. We do, however, want to get the numbers and everything right side up. Okay, pin. Where'd my pin go? Susan's back.
Hey, Susan.
Turning clocks is hard work. Yep. Okay, so that's my back page. So I think I have them all decorated. I just have to go through and get fibers wherever I'm going to have fibers. And I don't think I want fibers everywhere because I think they will get in the way. So some are going to get fibers and some are not. This one will get a ribbon. Huh. There's a big old budget rent-a-truck in front of the house. I wonder who's getting something. Not me. No, across the street.
And refill for your shower.
Oh, that would be awesome. Would you also do me a favor? Ow. Bring me one of my ibuprofens. The big bottle I think is on the counter, but if not, there's a small bottle. Thank you. The tea fairy just wanted to know if I wanted tea. Just wait 6 months and they'll be right again. There you go. That's what you do. The Jeep is on winter time and the Mustang's on summertime. Oh, Linda. Hmm. Yep. Well, and my car doesn't have a clock. That's how old it is. My car does not have a clock. Um,
Mine had one, and I was so excited, and then the radio went whacked out on me, and I just had to have them unplug it
uh-oh.
because it was just screeching really loud, and you couldn't turn it down or off or anything.
Ooh.
And so when they turned it off, there went my clock. I was like,
There
shoot,
went
I
your
finally got a
clock.
clock.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Finally got a clock.
Yeah, I don't have a clock. Um, the truck has a clock. It's never right because we don't stay in it often enough to ever know. The Jeep one works pretty well as long as he hasn't done something to it again. Okay.
Holly says, need a wall of clocks for the different time zones.
There you go.
Hannah has that app on her phone.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
And that was the only way we knew for sure that that our phones changed time when we changed time zone, because we didn't see it happen, and it didn't feel like it should be as late as it says it was, and I was like, well, that can't be mountain time if it's that late, and sure enough it was.
Yep.
But I was like, oh, that's cool. Why do you have that app? It's not like you go anywhere. And she goes, I just like knowing.
Well, and my old phone would not always change time zones like it was supposed to. It would get turned off or something. And
Yeah.
we'd be traveling and Jeff's phone would be making noise and it'd change and then my old phone wouldn't. So all right. I am not putting fiber. See, I'm not going to put fibers in those because I kind of think the tag by itself is the little taggy thing that holds it there is just kind of good enough. So
Yeah.
that is my decision.
She has spoken.
I have spoken. That's right. But these definitely need some. Yeah. And then if one loses a battery, then you have to change it. Yeah, well. I can usually on the computer figure out what time it is, but and all of these different groups that I work with now to sell beads in, they're constantly different time zones and just different stuff like that. So it's like I have to use Google and have it tell me. Okay. Janice is here. You just may not need to know what time it is in Portugal. That's probably true, Susan. I don't always need to know what time it is in Portugal. Mm-mm. Okay, now then, this one does need something. I think it's going to get green just because that's just what I feel like. And I'm not going to do a bunch of different fibers in here. I'm just going to use, some basic ones. That was my decision ahead of time when it came to the tags. I'm going to use a little of this and a little of that, but and lots of my cord. I'm going to use a lot of that brown cord because I just really like it. Okay, so that and that, these need little cord and these need little cords. Oh, I'm sleepy now too. Well, if I've been waking up at like 5 o'clock, I've been getting up because I have to get up at 6 o'clock. And if I wait until 6 o'clock to get up, then the alarm clock goes off and poor Jeff gets woke up. Oh, those are such pretty little pieces of lace and trim and stuff, Lisa.
Thanks.
Oh, that's just gorgeous.
That's just
I think
a little
it'll.
bitty bit cut off of that thing I sent you part of, that tablecloth.
Uh huh.
This was just the part that got cut off. And of course
That's
I didn't
just,
throw it away.
of course not, because it's too pretty and it's perfect there. See?
So there is that. Let's see. Oops.
Okay, Terry, we'll see you when you get back.
Bye-bye.
She said she would be right back.
Okay. Well, right back.
Probably she's gonna be back before we realized she was gone.
Probably.
Oh, that's pretty like that too. Mhm.
I'm trying to think if I need to trim it to match kind of with these. I think I do.
Yeah,
But
it
I'm going to
kind
go
of
ahead
up
and,
there a little bit.
yeah, I'm going to go ahead and staple it in first.
Oh, that's a good idea. I hadn't thought about stapling it for such a big piece or a big hole, you know.
Yeah. And it's not going all the way through, so we're going to staple it from this side too. There we go.
May have just been the way you had hold of the stapler. You know, it was kind of odd in your hand or whatever.
Maybe, but this is also very thick.
Very thick.
Yeah, and then 2 pieces of lace and
Mm-hmm.
anyway.
Oh, yeah, because that's one of those packaging things that you already had to start with, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's amazing to me that I get out stuff thinking, oh, I'm going to use all this stuff in my journal, and then I don't. Okay. Where does this go? Oh, right here. Come on now. You need to just go like that. Come on. Just show. You have to show because, you know, you're supposed to show.
Okay, I thought I had something.
Hi, Susie.
That went in that pocket.
Ooh. Oh, my. I might know what's wrong with her car. Yes. I hope so. I hope that's what it is. I don't know. She and I have not been having very good car luck lately. It was really bad when we have 3 cars and you'd think we'd have one that we could drive, and yet we were still waiting for them to fix everything. I think we got them all fixed. Violet's here. Hi, Violet. Lurking and working. Well, that's what you're supposed to do is work. Well, Holly, you know what mine play? I don't think it has mine ever rung when we've been in. Mine plays bad to the bone. So it wouldn't have played an Irish jig, but that did sound like an Irish jig. Okay, let's see here. All right. Okay. Now we have to see if there's any in this that need. Yep. there's a couple that need some fibers. Let's see, that one's got a cute little ribbon on it. So we'll just put some, let's see. I think the green. We'll put green ribbons on this. Uh-oh, Joy, we missed it. Let me see if I can. I don't know if I can scroll up. Yes, I can. Oh, Joy, yeah. The book is sorry about that, dear. Um, yeah, you have to shout, and all we have to do is look down, and we won't see it. Um, Joy said she likes how the book is connected.
I do too.
Yeah, it's really fun the way that it went together. We've done a hinged book before, but not this way, and this was perfect. I'm much happier than the last one we did. I did not like that method. So no, Joy, you don't. We won't think you're. If you shout, we won't think you're being ugly. We'll know that we just weren't listening.
And we would rather you shout than give up.
That's right. Use that. Yeah, because the biggest problem is too is that here in StreamYard, um, while we can see caps, we cannot see. Hi, Dana. You know how you use the @ symbol and then our names. Well, and see, my name isn't even in there because I can't comment over here. We can't see that red highlighted thing. Well, that's all you need, Joy. Actually, that and fast fingers. So
She has a good set of lungs, so we're good. Hi, Dana.
So
We're glad you're here.
Car guy.
Well, that was Darren. The car guy had called him.
Oh.
When he answered the phone, he said hello, and the guy said, is this Darren? And he said yes. And he goes, I'm sorry, I'm just used to talking to Lisa. And Darren was like, well, you called my phone.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But anyway, they've ordered a power switch for the power steering.
Okay.
And they think that might be the issue. If it's not, then they'll have to replace the rack and pinion. That's the only other thing they can think of that might be causing the problem.
Oh, no. Oh.
So I told him if we can get out of there for under $1,000, I'm going to be happy. Just have them fix it. Whatever it is, get it fixed.
Yeah, you got to fix it. I mean, you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. You just kind of have to fix it.
Yeah. We spent too much money on it and we can't afford to do something else,
Yeah.
So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's kind of like when my air conditioner went. It's like, okay, well, it's either that or get a new car because there's no way I am going to spend time. Joy, there is a method on the hinges where you put 3 pages together at a time, where the hinge from this one is really attached to a page after it, and you use multiple hinges. I didn't like that.
When you do 3 on one page, 2 on one page, 3 on page, and
yeah, it just really it was like kind of an odd thing, and it just really did not hold the book in a way I liked it, and that was the problem. And we watched several videos about this, and then decided that the way this one was going to be put together, with the tickets, and I did use 3 on the tall pages. I've used 3. I often use 3, but they're not all in the same place. But it attaches a page that's the left page and the right page. And like this one where I have a short page and then a tall page, this one has two, but I attached this page to that page, and the way the hinges went on, I liked the way it's laid out. It's worked real well, and not only that, the other way that the hinges were done, you would see your hinge part here, but then it was hidden. You know, the pretty part was hidden on the next section, and you just glued paper for the hinges. What we used was cardstock weight. Give me, oh, I can't. I actually did a separate video, Kitty. Joy.
Janet, are you still here? Can you find that video and put it in the chat that Tanya did on how to do the hinges? But yeah, we did our hinges, some of them 3, some of them 2. But what I like about it is how industrial it looks, because they're not all lined up.
Yep, they're not all lined up. They're kind of grungy. They're kind of
and you just do each page as you get to it.
Yeah, and part of the reasons that I liked this was that sometimes I decorated, like sometimes I put the decoration over the hinges, and sometimes I put the hinges over my decoration, which, you know, that was just part of it, and that's one of the reasons why it's not as smooth and even as it could be. But a lot of times like this, I wanted the hinges to show, so I decorated the page and then put the hinges on. Where back here I wanted this piece to show, so I put the hinges on and then did this.
Yeah, and I did both too. We've got a playlist, Joy, where we've done this whole book on a playlist, and this is number 9, I think.
I think so. There's no L in that. Cara, I think is how you might say that. I'm not going to cover my spine at all. What?
Sierra.
Sierra. Oh, thank you, because, you know, my brain is dead. Sierra, no, I'm not going to cover my spine at all. You could.
You could, yeah, but I like it. I'm going to leave it too.
I like the way it looks. We did ink every time we folded a hinge. I inked the folded part.
It actually looks like rusty hinges because of that.
Yes. Holly, thank you very much. Holly has put the link to the video where I actually did a little sample page, and I thought that stuff was right here, but I'm not finding it. So, oh yeah, there it is. No, that's not it. Okay. Anyways, that video, if you watch it, here it is. When you don't have all this, yeah, when you don't have all the stuff going on, all of the
decorating.
Thank you. Yeah. When you don't have all the decorating going on, it makes a lot more sense. If this was my hinge, I just folded it in half. Okay. And I put one half on one side and the other half on the other side, leaving a little space in between. And you need the reason we left the space was because of all of the stuff we were stuffing in it.
Yeah, and yes, the idea was to use tickets.
The idea was to use tickets, but any piece of paper. This is just a. I have a ticket punch, and this is just a piece of paper cut out of cardstock. Any piece of cardstock will work as your hinge. And you notice here, I put the hinges in the middle, but here I put the hinges out to the edge. So now, one of the things I will tell you that if I was going to make a book where I didn't decorate it like we have with these, and I was going to just put all the pages together first or last, one of the two, I would put 2 pages together and then put 2 pages together and then put those 4 pages together in the middle. And then I would take 4 pages, I would do it again, 2, 2, 4, and then I would put 4 and 4 together so that I have 8. Because when you lay them where the two sides are kind of the same height, it makes it easier to get your hinge in place properly. Thank you,
But you do
Mina.
need to think about the amount of space you put between them, depending on how much stuff you plan to put in them.
Right, right. That's why we put space in between these pages, was to give it stuff, because otherwise it would have been horribly gator mouthed. And this one, it's not too bad. It does when you stand it up, but when you lay it down, it's now off by about half an inch. Let me see if I can hold it up where you can see it. That's what it looks like when you lay it down now. Um, there's a point, Susan, where if you put it, if you offset the hinges too much, then they're not going to hold up. Oh, as soon as you ask it, they set it. Okay. Okay, Lisa, you can make me um
Well,
you can put me back.
I'm just putting staples in here, so
Oh,
it's
well,
not like
that's
I'm doing
okay.
anything exciting anyway.
As soon as she asked, we set it. Okay, well, that's good.
Oh, I thought I had some colored ones. I'm out of colored ones.
Oh no, no,
I
no.
guess I'll have to color some real quick.
Okay, that would be good because everybody would love to see that. Okay, so this one needs something on it because I just think it does. So we're going to put some of this. I think we should put 2 pieces because it's a big tag, right?
Yeah.
Big tags need big string. It's actually a page, but I think it needs something. Oh, can't see the hole. I'm wondering why I can't see the hole. Forgot to put my glasses back on. Well, I have to take them off to see my computer screen, to see chat.
Yeah.
So,
I guess there is a um something good about having eyes so bad you have to wear your glasses all the time. You
all the
just
time. Well,
don't have to worry about it. You just put them on and go.
see, used to be, I worked without my glasses, but they were so tiny. I always wore little tiny glasses so that I could see under them to do my close work, and then I could see out. But it had gotten the last few years where I spent more of my time without them, and they would be somewhere, and I wouldn't know where they were. When I went to go leave the house, I would like, I don't know where my glasses are. So, okay, so now we got the fibers in there. We got the fibers in there. I just love all these little pockets. Okay,
Okay.
we got this one.
Now
Okay,
I have
this is the page I
little
don't.
copper staples.
See, so cool.
Ooh, those are hot.
Well, Linda, she wears glasses all the time. That's the thing.
I've
So,
worn glasses. I did have a couple of years, um, well, a few years, like my senior year in high school, and then for 3 or 4 years. Well, no, that's not true. It was more like 8 years, I guess, that I wore contacts because I hated wearing glasses because, especially in the rain,
Oh
I
yeah.
always hated that. But then it got to where I had allergies bad enough that the contacts were more of a problem than they were a help.
My thing was when Brandon came, I was so busy trying to work and take care of Brandon and everything. It was just like, okay, I'm done with this. I put my glasses on and I quit wearing the contacts. But I've worn glasses since kindergarten.
Yeah. Well, I've been wearing glasses since I was 18 months old. So, I except for those years, which are relatively few if you count the whole scheme of things. I've worn glasses
I'm,
all my life practically.
oh,
So,
I'm sorry. I'm laughing at Joy. She said she's the one that can't find the hole. LOL. Okay. And Andrea says corner. And Susan says, Joy, there's a naughty corner here full of cookies, stocked fridge, and recliner. Almost makes you want to be back. All right, y'all. Okay, we're going to see if Tanya can make herself a little happier with how that looks. Because, it's making me crazy. It bugs me. Now, where did that piece of napkin go, though? Um, Joy, I had a terrible stigmatism to the point where they uh, that my glasses had to go off to Never Neverland always to be cut. But last year I had what do you call that?
laser surgery.
Well, yeah, I've had laser surgery, but I had cataract surgery on both my eyes, and so they put in specialty contact, especially not contact, specialty lenses are installed in my eyeballs um, that they had to be special for astigmatism. Um, no, I didn't. I didn't have LASIK. Uh, LASIK. I had cataract surgery, and then after my cataract surgery, when was that, Lisa? We came home. Anyways, a few months ago, I had some really minor touch up laser surgery, um, Juanita, and because the cataracts can get this stuff. What do you call it? My son has a self cost $200. Yeah.
That's probably
I hate
astigmatism.
yeah, astigmatism. I hate to tell you what the lenses in my eyes cost. They were $1,200 each. But they won't have to ever be replaced because they're in my eyeball. So um and it's worth it because I don't ever have to buy glasses. I mean, these are the glasses I wear now are Dollar Tree glasses, and I have them everywhere. Oh, and I broke a pair recently. Oh, the garbage man's here now. It's garbage
Yay!
day. It's garbage day. He's getting ready to take it all out. Okay, so let's see what we want to do here. Ooh, that's nice, Juanita. Or Joy. That's Joy. Yeah, Linda, they were a lot, but they will be worth it because um, whenever I had to get glasses, each time I have to get glasses, and I had gotten to where I only got glasses every about 2.5 to 3 years, but I have to have two pair because I have to have sunglasses and I have to have regular glasses. And my glasses were costing about $1,700 a pair. So the lenses and the surgery for the cataract was just, you know, it's only like buying a couple pairs of glasses. So it was a lot, but it will be well worth it. I'm very happy with what he did, and I'm very happy. I I'm still trying to get used to it though, because I spent my entire life not being able to see far away, but being able to see close, and now it's the opposite. I can see far away, but I can't see close. So it's been one of those changes that you have to get used to. Is all. Oh, I've always wondered how they figured out when a little child can't see, because they didn't know for me until I was in kindergarten.
Well,
Okay.
I had a lazy eye. I
Mm.
can't remember what the official term for that is, but so my eye turned in, to the center,
Mhm.
and um, so they knew, I had issues. But mom said the main reason she knew that I was having a lot of problems is because the minute they put glasses on me, I wore them faithfully. She
Yep.
said at 18 months old, I would put them on the minute I got out of bed. And, she said she had never seen a child who was as devoted to their glasses as I was. And she said that was enough for her to know I really needed them.
Needed them. Yep. Um. It is a wicked bug, Becky. I like that bug though. That's the bug I put on my garden journal. And hello, Becky.
Hey, Becky, we're glad you're here, even if you got here just in time to see a wicked bug.
Yeah. Uh huh. Yeah. It is a wicked bug, but
Susan says, maybe, just maybe, if everyone has to wear glasses, why don't we just move the world closer? Yeah, that
oh,
would
that would
work.
be such a fun idea, Susan. Yeah, I think that would work real well. Okay, let's see if we can get this on here without too much drama from me. Maybe I won't grunt and complain this time. Maybe. Maybe.
Okay.
I can hear her rubbing something on.
I was inking.
Oh, you were inking.
I was
Inking.
inking.
Aha, inky, inky, inky. There.
That magic step.
See, it doesn't look quite so crooked now. It's still crooked, but it doesn't look quite so crooked, and it won't bother me so bad. I use the little holes that I had punched out. I like that.
Uh-huh. That's cute.
So, okay, but we better put some wax paper in there so that that doesn't stick to anything while we're turning pages. And let's see, we need to put some fiber on that tag that tag is going into. There we go.
You must have some stories, Susan. If I would ban you for telling them, they have to be something. I've never banned anybody yet for telling stories. Mm.
Oh,
They've
Linda.
got everybody interested.
Yeah. Um, my thing with the glasses was when when I got them, it was so much fun to be able to see stuff. Um, we used to go for a ride at Christmas time all the time, and the first year we went, I'm like, oh, the lights aren't as pretty. So you take your glasses off, and then the lights got a lot more pretty because they would, the lights would be more, they would swell and they would, they would be all out of focus. So they were a lot more involved. It's like, oh, it's so much prettier without my glasses on.
Oh, that's funny. We'll have to go look at lights, and I'll take my glasses off and see.
Oh yeah, you really have to do that. Now we don't ride and look at lights like we did as a kid, but
Yeah, well, we do. That's kind of a Christmas tradition. I think this last year, I don't think we did, and I'm trying to remember why. Darren and I did, but we didn't take the kids with us for some reason.
because they didn't want to go.
Probably. But we used to go get hot chocolate and go
And
ride and
go
look at lights.
ride and look at lights. Yep.
Yeah. Okay,
Well,
I
of
think
course,
that's just going to be
when
that.
we lived in Michigan, you didn't have to go very far to take a ride and see all the lights because we lived in a subdivision with hundreds of houses. So, okay, so that one's already ready. Oh, these definitely need something on them.
Oh, thank you, Susie. Susie says it's amblyopia. Amblyopia. Her dad had a lazy eye.
Oh, okay.
That's not those. It doesn't sound familiar to me, but I've always just called it lazy eye, so I may not have ever known what the real name was. The funny thing was when my doctor diagnosed it, he said it's genetic, it's hereditary, and my mom was like, nobody in our family has ever had this. It can't be genetic. She just knew it was because she went to work when I was a baby and left me, and I would cry every time she left, and she just knew I tortured myself into it. And
Oh no.
and he was telling her this has nothing to do with that, and she didn't believe him until I had a cousin who was
That had
born about 6 years after me who had the same thing. But
it.
still, and no, two cousins in that family. One of mom's younger brothers had two daughters that had it. But until they were born, she didn't believe the doctor. She thought he was just trying to make her feel better.
Too funny. Well, Brandon only has one kidney. And when we found that out, it was like, oh my gosh, what's wrong? Why? That kind of thing. Um, and he said, I'll bet you if you check your extended family that a bunch of them only have one kidney. And sure enough, that is the case. We actually lost a cousin because of it, though, because her kidney failed, and um, her sister tried to give her a kidney. Well, she only had one. The other sister did give her a kidney, and then she rejected it. But so in that family, two of them only had one kidney. So we have found since then that quite a few of um, my family on my mom's side only has one kidney. So
I had never even heard of that.
yeah. Now the doctor told us when we first found out for Brandon that he hadn't had a nothing had made him sick. Nothing had damaged a kidney and he lost it that way. He said now when he was born, there might have been a very small kidney there that his body just absorbed, but that it wasn't anything it was just a genetic thing that he didn't have but one.
Yeah.
So, but because of it, we've always, it's like, okay, well, he drinks a lot more water than most any other kid ever did, and he also has a lot of food allergies, which Um,
Do you think that's connected or
yep,
just a coincidence?
I think it's connected. I think that you know, your kidneys process a lot of stuff, but um, it's also part of his body, the way his body is. So I think a lot of people's food allergies today, though, are the fact that we don't eat enough different types of foods.
I think that's probably true. I do,
We,
and so much of the food we eat is junk. That's
yes,
not good for us anyway. So,
right.
well,
Um,
Susan, I just got to say, I'm glad that things worked out the way they did for you. Prayer works, and
yeah, hmm,
we love you, and we're glad you're here.
that's right. Even if we do have to send you to the corner, but the corner has cookies, so that's all that matters, right?
That's right. The corner
As
has
long as the
cookies.
corner has cookies. Okay.
I think
Um,
I'm going to let mine just sit like this and not worry about a closure because it looks so pretty from the front. Look at that.
yeah, I know, and the thing of it is, now mine doesn't have the pretty mine's not quite as pretty as yours is on the front. But you know what's going to happen is I'm going to put mine up on the shelf anyways, so you know.
Yeah. Well, mine will be sitting on a shelf. It'll just sit in a spot where it can open like this.
Yeah, and I think I better put that back in
But
there.
I think I've decided I'm just going to let it be like it is.
Does that
But I
mean
don't have
you're
room
done?
for very many like this. So, oh, Andrea. Oh, goodness.
No, I'm sorry. I can't talk now.
Corner. 2 syllables.
Corner. We were fishing and landed a bale. Oh boy. And drops. Oh dear. Okay, so you're done, huh?
I'm done.
I have a few more pages to go.
Well, good. We'll just watch you. I'll make you big and we'll watch you. Of course,
No,
it's also 4:06. So,
right. I can stay a little longer and maybe get this finished, but why don't, instead of making me big right now, why don't you make yourself big and do a flip of your book?
okay. And then maybe you'll be ready.
And it, well, I don't know, but we'll see.
See how long my flip takes.
Yeah, it depends. Yep, it
Okay.
depends.
Oh, just a minute. Do you need something? You want a hug? Okay. I'm
Oh,
just fixing
she
to
needs
do a
that.
flip through. Let me put it back. We'll put it back so people can watch Tanya while I get a hug from my sweet dog.
Oh, I might be jealous of that one. She's getting a hug. I might have to be really jealous. Uh huh. No, we don't have to put closures. That's what we were just discussing, Suzanne. Susan, for some reason you are Suzanne today. I can't talk. And the coroner is a coroner, so coroner, so you know that's how it's gonna be, I guess. Um, we were just discussing the fact that we're not sure we really want closures. It's just like on all of my tags, I don't necessarily want fibers. I'm doing fibers, but not necessarily on every tag. Because some of these tags are actually pages too. So some of
It is lovely to get a hug whenever I want one.
yeah, yeah.
Hannah is very generous with her hugs. She's a she's a fervent hugger. Her grandma, Darren's mom, was a very fervent hugger, and Hannah just came by it naturally. She's always been that way. So,
Well, when I see my
not my
kiddo,
dog, my
he
daughter.
my kiddo gives me good hugs, but I just don't see him often enough to get them.
Yeah,
That's my only bad part is that I don't see him enough to get. as many hugs as I want. But he gives good ones when you see him. He's a good hugger.
Trying to make up for all the time you don't see him.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and flip through real quick.
Okay. Uh, Joyce says, "Don't hug her." Getting no, she said it's getting a hug. um, Karen Sue's jealous.
Okay, well here's my front cover, and this I just glued on some what would you call it, painty paper, and then I put this flower that I cut out from a wallpaper book and added this little tag here with some numbers. This number came off of an Edith Holden page, and this one came off of a pattern, and then some fibers. And this is some of my marbled paper. Both of these are background is marbled paper. And these are some digis that I cut out. I got these digis from 49 Dragonflies, and that's her YouTube channel name. And she also has an Etsy shop where she sells digis now. And she's brand new at Digis. So you'll need to go over there and check that out. And then I used a piece of lace fabric to make this pocket. And I made a tag here and a tag here. And then over here, I used a check, an old check, vintage check on a tag to make a tuck spot. And then I tucked this little collage underneath it. This was off of a somebody's business card.
Oh, that's pretty.
And then these other pieces are ephemera stuff. And then I made a little tuck spot out of this ticket and put a napkin over this tag to tuck in there. And then this is just a collage I did with the binding from an old book. When I took the book apart, I pulled this off. And then a piece of lace and a piece of cloth that I used my stamps that I did in Carved December last year, and I stamped on there. This is a really thick one. It was a file folder card. And then on this one, I took this envelope and put it on there and added a tag to it. And then I put a tag inside it that's some more of that same napkin. And then on this one, instead of using tickets, I used little tags to make my hinges. And that's some napkin. And then this is a page out of a floral book. I can't remember which one. There's some fabric back there and lace. And this was the back board to a recipe flip book thing.
And I love that.
And then I put a ticket here and decorated it with, this was some plastic, like it's tissue paper, but it's plastic, like you would put in a gift. And then that's the tag I just did with the bug. And this was from a piece of a old journal that someone sent to me. I copied it, and my copier was, I was out of blue ink, so it printed very pink. So I went ahead and put this pink silk with it. And then over here, this came off of a pattern book, a pattern envelope. And then I put some pattern paper tissue over this time card. And the paper underneath this lace was part of that same pattern book, envelope. And then I put lace on it and some birds. And then back here is some lace over this tag and some of that French paper that I just got and a bird. This red one here was from our public library. it was a bookmark that they were using as advertisement. And I just kind of collaged on it and made it into a tuck spot. And this is still from that same pattern. All the pattern stuff in here all came off that one pattern that that I used. And this was a tag that was on a napkin that I got at the thrift store that still had tags on them. There were like 12 of them, 10 of them, something like that. And they all had a tag, every
Awesome
individual one.
tags.
And I put some wallpaper on top of it to decorate it. I just left it the way it was, except I inked it. And this is some lace that Suzanne Hale sent to me. And I cut part of it off and used it there. And the other part I used here. So I got to use it 2 different ways, which was fun. And this is
Barbara's
Go
back.
ahead.
I'm sorry. I wanted to say I'm so glad, Barbara, that it's helped. And I'm sorry to interrupt you, but
That's okay. No, that's fine. And I'm glad it did too. And definitely drink water. That massage always brings out the toxins and you need to flush them out.
Mhm.
And this is a tag that I put some of my marbled paper on and then one of those digi mushrooms. And these butterflies and this mushroom as well as that one were some of those that I got from 49 Dragonflies Etsy shop. And I made an envelope that one of the ones I dyed on our trip, turned it into a little booklet with some coffee dyed papers and avocado dyed papers and more of that marble paper. And then I decorated the back. These I got on my trip with Hannah at the antique store in Clayton, or right outside of Clayton, where we stopped. And then we remembered afterwards we weren't supposed to do anything except essentials, but we decided an antique store was essential. So
you can only drive so long, Lisa, and then
that's
you
true.
have to stop. You needed a break from driving because it is not safe to keep driving too many hours.
And that at that point in our drive, that was very true. I rarely ever get highway hypnosis feeling where you can feel yourself and you're like, oh, I was zoned out there for a minute.
Mm.
But I was at that point. And so it definitely was necessary in that way too.
Mhm. There you go. See?
And these are some more of those little images from 49 Dragonflies. And this is just a tag. I just glued this one down. And this is a little tag that I got. It came in a kit of something that I got from the Defy auction. It says, yes, you can on it. And then I put one of those tickets and this moth on top of that. And then this was just something I had already done on there, collage. And then here I put some paper. This is Edith Holden. And this is from that flower book that I showed y'all earlier. Made a pocket and tucked those in. And then here I made, on this page, I made some pockets from these tags and let them stick out sideways. And then I tucked these little tags, inside. And these inside this one down here. And this is just some more collage-y stuff. I love to having the time cards mixed in with the tags.
Yeah, I did too.
And this was some more Edith Holden that I just put on those because I needed some of them to not be fat because so many of them are. And here I cut a couple of butterflies out from an Edith Holden page and put them on top of this. And then this is some more of that fabric and a tag on a tag in a tag. And here's another collage with an extra tag just put on top. Same here. This is violets, and this is what it said about violets. There were several poems on the page about violets, but I just used the one that fit nicely on here. And then I added that. This came from the what book is that? Here it is. Let me get it out and show you. From this book. On one of the bird pages. Okay, back where we are. And on this one, I just used another piece of kind of lace fabric and a napkin. Then I made little bitty collages on these two little tags from fabric and from the tickets that I got from a Artie Mays Digi. And most of these that I'm using here as my tickets that I'm putting the book together with, not these, but most of them are from that Artie Mays Digi kit. Because I didn't have many tickets, so. And then here is another collage with a little bit of washi tape and some journal paper. And I think this was actual journal paper, so that I used some precious.
There you go. I haven't used the precious.
And this was some of my big washi tape, which is also some of the precious that I needed to use. And these were also some of those 49 Dragonflies digis that I put on here last week. And this was just a tag that I put some of that French paper that I got today on top of, and then I put a napkin on top of that. And excuse me. Over here, this was a piece of grunge board from Tim Holtz, and it had this design in it. Just a second, sorry. Anyway, I put a piece of the tissue paper that Tanya sent me over it, and then I used the ink and rubbed out the pattern on top of the tissue, which I really liked. And then this I fussy cut out of a plant book and stuck on there. And this was a ticket of some sort that I made into a tag, and then I just glued that tag into a pocket. This was a napkin. This was a napkin. And then there's a collage of stuff I put on the back. This was a clothing tag. This was out of a book, and that was some of the Tim Holtz stuff. And that's my book.
Oh, good. She's going to make me big, and I just found a page I hadn't decorated. So, but you can make me big. I'm just going to finish up this little bit, and then it's ready. But for some unknown reason, I had left this page totally empty, so we can't have that. We just can't. So, and I need to put something on that to just, maybe instead of holes, we'll staple them just for the fun of it, because we can, right? You okay?
Thanks, Barbara. I was not reading chat, so I'm going back to look at it real quick.
Will you do that while I finish with these two little tags, because we gotta have them. They're gonna stick in here just like so.
Linda's back. She closed her eyes, but she woke back up, so she's here.
That happens to me. It happened to me Monday night on Lisa's stream. I sitting in the chair, and all of a sudden I realized I wasn't awake anymore, I don't think. So, all right. I can't really shove those in because that's not quite dry yet, but I can get close. Just 1 minute. I can clean up enough room so that you can see the whole book. Let me see if I can bring you in a little closer. Just a little bit. Yep. Is that going to be too much? No, I think not. Okay. Is that going to stick? That's going to be fine. All right. Let's take that out of there. No, that's too close. Dust, dust, dust. Okay, well, that's all right. So, um, this was a napkin that I put on a piece of cardstock to make a tag, and the front cover was some packaging. And then I made these. These were some, this is avocado dyed and this is coffee dyed. And they are index cards. And I just put the little tickets on there as the tabby things because I thought that would be cute. Like so. But I didn't want to do anything to these because I thought they were so pretty just like they are. So I didn't.
And yes, they are. I agree. Good
Mhm.
choice.
And then this is a bunch of layers. Okay. Um, this brown tag in here is actually a pocket that, and Linda sent me that. Um, so it's put down as a pocket, and so this tag goes in the big pocket. Okay. Now, that's just not wanting to stay. There we go. So then this is a little tiny tag, and it goes in that little tuck spot. And then this tag that has a tuck spot has another tag and it tucks in the lace pocket. And then Linda sent me this postcard too. She sent me a couple of them they're just beautiful. So I used it as a pocket without
Thank you, Holly. Thank you, Becky. Thank you,
um,
Susan.
without cutting it or anything. I just used it as a pocket. And then these are index cards that I had avocado dyed with the plastic tablecloth over so it left the design. And I took tags, little tiny tags, and made the top of that, which I really liked how that came out. And a lot of my tickets that I used in here are, this is a piece of fabric, some of which I put, just put Mod Podge on it, on freezer paper, and some of which I Mod Podged to cardstock. For the hinges, I Mod Podged it to cardstock because that was sturdier. And then this is another one of my coffee dyed index cards, and it's just a flip and it's very plain inside. You know, we have to leave some writing space, right? Yeah. Uh-huh. This is just a long tag. This is a time card that was coffee dyed. And then Linda sent me this little tag and these little itty bitty tags, and they say, live, laugh, and love. And then there's safety pinned on. And then there's another tuck with some more itty bitty tags in it. I've had so much fun with itty bitty tags. And Lisa, I'm gonna hunt for, I think those are so cute.
Yeah, I want one of those punches.
Mhm. But I think what I'm going to look to see is if I can get one of those confetti dies that does this,
Oh, yeah.
because it would be so much faster to die cut, 30 of them out of one piece.
That's true. That's true. If you find such a thing, let me know about it because I haven't ever seen one.
Yeah, I don't know because I haven't been to the store or looked anywhere. I haven't. That's okay, Linda. It'll be there. It won't be so far back. I'm showing mine, and we're at 229. So Lisa will be, excuse me,
429. Oh no,
no,
229 in the stream.
229 in,
Sorry.
in the stream. So look around 215 in the stream. That's where she should be showing hers. Excuse me just a second.
Oh goodness, Becky. That's a lot. You need to relax a little bit. Try to get some
Oh,
rest.
yes.
Put
That's a
on a
lot.
warm fuzzy.
Yeah, that's a lot of miles, hon. Okay, so I used this fun corrugated paper to make a pocket, and I have another one of my index cards, which I took some of my funky papers and tore it and made a kind of a scrappy, funky little book to go in. And then this is just a coffee dyed guest check that it just said it needed to be in there. And then this tag that's part of the hinge, I made a lot of these where the little hinge is a pocket, or not a pocket but a tuck. And I made more tiny tags. And then I made some more, and this hinge, I didn't want to decorate too much on this envelope because I really liked the envelope, but I did have to put the hinges on. So I made this hinge be a tuck over here and this hinge be a tuck up here. And then this one, this one's actually glued down because putting it in and out of the envelope, I was afraid a tiny tag was going to be a problem. So I glued that one down, and this is actually an envelope that's there, and it just is kind of like a tuck that's separate. This is another tag that Linda sent me. And these are tags that I made out of a card and put on. Yeah, it was I think a card Mom had gotten. You know, she saves all that stuff for me because she doesn't keep that kind of thing. So I thought it was pretty, and it kind of has the same colors but not. So that I kind of hid them a little more than I did other things because. Okay, go in there because you got to get in there. There we go. And I put a little piece of lace on the side of my pocket, on my envelope, because like I said, the envelope was so yummy. I just didn't want to cover it up too much. Yeah, it's not perfect, but it's not quite as noticeable that is crooked, and it's gonna make me a lot happier. This was a tag that I just added as a flip, and then I did this was double-sided tape that I used to clean my jelly plate, and then on top of the sticky part that had the paint on it, I put Mod Podge so that I could use it like a washi tape.
Hi, Linda Mac. We're glad you're here.
So, and this is just kind of collaged all together. So then this is another little tag that I used as a tuck, and then this is just a ticket that I stapled on. And I don't like staples on the back, so I tend to cover them up. And that's just a little trim that it's like a bias tape trim. And then this pocket I made out of lace, and you can see I covered up the hinges for the most part. I put the hinges down and then put the lace because I was afraid the hinge wasn't going to stick to the lace very well, and it was going to make yeah, Barbara, I didn't do a lot of stitching, but I did a little tiny bit. I wanted some stitching in it, but I didn't want to do a lot because I didn't want to make it just about the stitching. But I was afraid if the hinges were on top of this lace, it would move. I couldn't really use it as a pocket. And I just stuck one of the red tickets in there just to make color. I wanted it loose. And see, I used a ticket and a tag to make the topper on that tag. And these, you know, while we were making this book, we've had all three of the cars in for several things. The truck's been in twice. My car's was in for over a month over the air conditioner. The Jeep was in because it was leaking. So we got these tags. They come on our keys, and he usually throws them away. So hopefully he's saving some for me. I haven't been in to check on them, but hopefully he's going to save me some more. And then this is another little, it's an index card that was coffee dyed. And I really liked this index card, so I left it, and I just kind of created a couple of little, These are just little numbers off of some pages out of a book. And I did use a stamp. I was going to use more stamps, and for some reason they didn't get used. I don't know why. They just didn't. But then I used a tag to, or a ticket to make the tag topper on that one. Some little collage to attach the page, because again, the page was really pretty. I wanted to leave a lot of the page. That's a piece of tea bag. And this is another piece of stitching. And another thing is I did like stitching in 2 or 3 places, but not a ton. So this is another index card that was dyed with a print. So, and that's an envelope. So this is a time card. Now, here's the deal. This time card is one I cut pieces off of to make some hinges. And I actually ended up cutting another piece off of it because I didn't want it to stick out of the envelope so far. So I just cut it like that. This is a little tuck. So then this is a little itty bitty tag with some washi on it. And then this tag tuck is got a tag, a ticket tuck. And then this ticket tag sticks in there.
Tickets have tags, and tags have tickets, and they all have tucks. And
yes,
we got two words.
Okay, so then I did glue this one down because again it was going to be pushed in and out, and I didn't want it to get caught. The green and red combination thing happened because I had a couple of really dominant green things that this was in my precious stuff, and then this became one of my precious things, and they're hi Linda, they were in my precious stuff. Well, I wanted some other color in there, and there's greens in this, but I really wanted the strong red, so I used a bunch of this red tickets and as much of the red as I could. One of the things I did not use at all was blue, and I have blue tickets because it just didn't seem to go with things. Yeah, see, she sells seashells by the seashore. Yeah, and then there's a one about pickles too, I think. Okay, so then this is just a collage page. I used a little of my precious lace right there. Now this is one of those ticket tag tuck things because see, this is a ticket. We were talking about making our own tickets, and I just used my number stamp and put some numbers on it, and with my ink pen did faux stitching. And so this little ticket sticks in the ticket part, and then this tag is a tuck with another ticket tuck, and I made another little ticket tag. That's a tag that goes in the ticket, and then underneath that tag is another tag, and then this flip comes out. Okay, so this is a tag that flips out, and there's some more collaging on that. That's a napkin. I used some of that napkin on this other page up here somewhere, right there. Okay, so then this is another tag that's tucked in a ticket tuck. This is one of my favorite pages. And the slitted sheet one, no, I don't know that one, but I don't know that. So these tags have little pockets that they go in, but they hang over the edge of the page. So now they're brown on the backside. So what they are is just turned over where they're in the pocket, but it's turned in upside down because I just thought it gave more interest that way. But then I put another little tuck there, and then these are little itty bitty tags because these were too long for the pocket. So I cut it off and I made little tiny tags out of, what probably should have gone in the waste paper basket.
I'm glad they didn't go in the wastebasket because they're adorable.
I know they're so cute. They're so cute. And I was just like, okay. So then I needed three together and something else up here. So that's another little tiny tag. Okay, now this tag is attached and is loose. And
Okay,
then
you have to pause for a minute and read Linda McAllister's poem.
Tom Thompson through Tanya how to make a tickle ticket tag book. R of tags and ticket toward was ticketed tickled. Oh my, I
I think
can't
that's
even.
supposed to be Tom Thompson taught Tanya, but
Tom Thompson taught Tanya how to make a tickle ticket tag book out of tags and tickets. Tom was tickled. Okay, I did it, but I couldn't do it again.
you did
Oh,
good.
oh dear. Okay, I got to get this finished here. Okay, so then these were made out of a index card that see it's got a printed die on it. That's another little piece of my jelly printed tape that I made a tag out of. And here's another one of those little tucks made out of the ticket. And this is another tag that Linda had sent me. And in here are a couple more tags that Linda sent me. See, this one matches, but the colors were just perfect when they came in my Happy Meal. They were just perfect to go in here. So then this one, I put a ticket so that I could have a tuck. I just love how Linda did these little tabbies for the tags. They are ribbon, and I don't know if you see that. It's got a brad.
Is it Brad?
Yep, it's held on
Yeah,
with a brad. It's not glued, so it will move, which is really cute
yeah,
and
that's very cute.
very cute. It's just
In
adult.
fact, when you showed that earlier in our journey, I got some brads out to use that way, and then I never did do it.
Well, yeah. See, and I have. So then this is another flip, and it's just got a ticket. Now these are that's glued down, but I had some little pieces of copied ledger paper that I tucked in there, and that just flips up, and then this one flips out, and I did leave some blank spaces here and there, and then these little tags go in this little tuck right there. And then this is the page that just looked empty, so I had to come back and put these in. So there are tickets that are turned into tags. And this is my no tags. And I have this, so this hinge has a tuck, but then there's another tuck on top of that tuck. so the tucks have layers, and then this tuck has this tag in it. This was going to be a pocket, and I just didn't like it, so I turned it into a tag. And then this is my back cover, which is just an collage. But see, it got kind of fat.
Yeah, they're kind of puffy,
Yep. So, oh,
but they're happy
they're happy and they're finished.
and they're finished.
So next Tuesday, what do we plan to do?
Well, I like your idea of finding some kind of book and putting all our little scraps from this project and maybe from the fairy book project and the napkin journal project all in there.
Yeah. So basically what we're going to do, guys, is we're probably going to start something that's not going to get finished because that would be an ongoing project. So we're just going to do fun pages. I think is what we're going to call it, a fun page book.
And we have no idea what they're going to be.
Nope, we
Stay
don't.
tuned.
But what we will do is take some of our little stuffs and probably create another book of some sort. But I think what I'm going to probably do is pick a book to alter.
That's what I'm going to do. It'll just be
Um,
easier than making one.
yeah, I'll grab up some book I have, um, and no, not this one because but I'll grab up some book that I can do this kind of stuff on with all of our odds and ends of stuff. That's what I think that's my plan, I think.
Yeah,
We'll see how it goes. If we don't like it, then
we can stop.
yeah, yeah.
Thank you,
But
Joe.
and Lisa is going to do an infomercial for October and November, and not today or tomorrow, but in the next week or so, just so you have a rough idea of um, what our plans sort of are, because that book is going to be very individualized.
Yeah. And we're going to take 2 months to do it. So,
Yeah. And Becky, I may do individual pages too, because I like to do that. And you know what I might do? I might, hmm,
she's thinking now.
yeah, I have a giant book. And I might take some pages out of the giant book and make individual pages and then put them back together. I'm out. We're going to just see. We won't know. Thank you, Terry. Okay, guys. I probably need to go.
Yeah, me too.
I'm tired.
Next week, Tuesday, 2 o'clock, Tanya's channel.
Yes. Right. Next week is on my channel. So.
Tuesday at 2 on Tanya's channel.
Mm-hmm.
See you then. God
Bye.
bless you all. Bye bye.